improve projects. In this video, we are going to explain about a project titled Mobile Review Analysis using Machine Learning. Our project delves into the world of advanced technology to bring about a revolutionary change in how we perceive and assess the mobile devices. By harnessing the power and assess the cutting edge machine learning algorithms and utilizing the extensive Amazon unlocked mobile data set, our goal is to gain the valuable insight from the user review. We are dedicated to employing the sophisticated natural language processing and the sentiment analysis technique to extract the essential pattern, sentiment, and trend from this review. This insight will provide an invaluable for consumers, helping them make well-informed decisions when purchasing the mobile device. Our project places a strong emphasis on accuracy and reliability, ensuring that the information we provide is trustworthy and beneficial to both the consumers and the industry stakeholders. By shedding the light on the mobile market with transparency and depth analysis, we aim to empower all the individuals involved in mobile device industry. Ultimately, our endeavor seeks to create a more transparent and insightful mobile market, benefiting the consumer and the stakeholders alike with the valuable information for making the better choice. Our project to conduct the mobile review analysis using the Amazon unlocked mobile data by harnessing the power of comprehensive range of machine learning algorithms. We plan to employ a diverse set of algorithms including SVM, Neo-based decision tree, perceptron, neural network, random forest, KNN, and logistic regression. By combining the strength of these algorithms, our aim is to achieve the highly accurate and robust sentiment analysis of the user review for the mobile device. The main objective is to develop an advanced and dependable model capable of effectively classifying and analyzing the sentiment expressed in the review. This process will provide the valuable insight into the various aspects of the mobile devices such as product performance, user satisfaction, and the feature preference. The analysis will be instrumental in empowering the consumers with the ability to make the informed decision when considering the mobile device purchase. Moreover, our project aims to contribute to a more transparent and well-informed mobile market landscape by providing the meaningful insight into the user sentiment. We strive to promote the transparency and facilitate the better communication between the consumers and the manufacturers. Ultimately, through our rigorous analysis and the utilization of the various machine learning techniques, our project seeks to have a positive impact on both the consumers and the industry stakeholders, fostering a more informed and the consumer-friendly mobile market. These are the basic requirements that are needed to build this project. The software requirements are Python IDEL with version of 3.7, Anaconda with version of 3.7, and Jupyter. Hardware requirements are operating system as Windows, processor of minimum Intel i3 and above, RAM of minimum 4 GB, hard disk of minimum 250 GB. To know about the flow of the project, we need to discuss these steps. The first one is importing the libraries. In this step, the necessary Python libraries and modules are imported into the environment. These libraries include Natural Language Toolkit for natural language processing, Pandas for data manipulation, sklearn for machine learning algorithm, Seaborn for data visualization, and Flask for setting up the web framework. And the second one is importing the dataset. The Amazon unlocked mobile dataset is imported into the project. This dataset contains the user reviews and the associated information about the various mobile devices sold on Amazon. And the third one is NLTK function to find the sentiment value and the sentiment. NLTK, a powerful natural language processing library, is utilized to create a function that calculates the sentiment value and the sentiment of the review and the dataset. The sentiment value typically indicates overall sentiment polarity of the review, such as positive or negative. And the fourth step is sentiment analysis for the top 5 brands. Using the NLTK function, the sentiment analysis is performed for the top 5 mobile device brands present in the dataset. This analysis involves extracting and evaluating the sentiment from the reviews associated with each brand, providing insights into how users perceive and express their opinion about different brands. And the fifth step is building the model. Here, various machine learning models are built. The first one is SVM, stands for Support Vector Mission. As a powerful supervised machine learning algorithm used for binary classification task. In the context of sentiment analysis, SVM is employed to classify the reviews as either positive or negative based on the sentiment values. SVM work by finding the optimal hyperplane that best separates the data point of the different classes in a high dimensional space. It aims to maximize the margin between the class, leading to better generalization and the improved performance on the unseen data. SVM is particularly used for tasks with complex decision boundary, making it well suited for the sentiment analysis where the boundary between the positive and the negative sentiments can be integrated. And the second one is naive-Bayes. It is a probabilistic classification algorithm commonly used for the test-based classification task, including the sentiment analysis. It is based on the Bayes theorem and assumes that the features are conditionally independent given the class label. Despite the naive assumption, naive-Bayes often perform surprisingly well for sentiment analysis test-based task. It calculates the probability of review belonging to each sentiment class as of positive or negative and assign it to the class with the highest probability. And the third one is decision tree. It is an initiative and interpretable classification algorithm used to recursively split the data based on the certain features. And the sentiment analysis, a decision tree is constructed to determine the rules that can accurately classify the review into positive or the negative sentiment. The tree's internal node represents the feature and each branch represents a decision based on the feature value. The leaf of tree represents the final sentiment classification. Decision trees are useful for the sentiment analysis because they can handle both numerical and categorical features and the easy to interpret. And the fourth one is perceptron. The perceptron is a simple type of artificial neural network for the binary classification task. In the context of sentiment analysis, the perceptron is trained to classify the reviews into positive or negative sentiment based on their features. It learns from the input data and adjusts its way to make accurate prediction. While the perceptron is limited to the linear decision boundary, it can still be effective for the simple sentiment classification task where the data is separable with straight line or the plane. And the fifth one is neural network. Neural network is more complex and versatile model compared to the perceptron. It consists of multiple layers which are interconnected by the neurons, allowing it to capture the intricate pattern and the relationship in the data. For sentiment analysis, a neural network can be trained to recognize and classify the sentiment and the review based on their testable representation. The deep learning variant of the neural network, known as deep neural network, has demonstrated the remarkable success in the NLP task. And the next one is random forest. Is an ensemble learning method that combines the multiple decision tree to improve the classification accuracy and reduce the overfitting. And sentiment analysis, a random forest classifier, is developed by training a set of decision trees on the different subset of the data. The final prediction is determined by taking a majority vote from all the individual tree, and the random forests are robust against the noise and the outliers, making them suitable for the sentiment analysis task. And the next one is k-nearest neighbor. Is a non-parametric classification algorithm used for both the regression and the classification task. In the context of sentiment analysis, KNN classifies the reviews based on the majority clause among its k-nearest neighbor in the feature space. It relies on the assumption that the data points with a similar feature are likely to belong to the same sentiment class. KNN is particularly useful when the underlying decision boundary is irregular and non-linear. And the next one is logistic regression. Is a linear binary classification algorithm commonly used for sentiment analysis. It predicts the probability that review belong to the particular sentiment class as of positive or negative based on the input feature. The predicted probability are then converted into the discrete class label using the threshold. The logistic regression is easy to interpret, computationally efficient, and works well for the linear separable data. And the next step is accuracy comparison graph. After training all the models, the accuracy of each model is calculated using the performance metrics such as accuracy. These results are then presented in the graph to compare the performance of each model. And the seventh step is training the model. The selected model with the highest accuracy is trained on the entire data set. This model is ready to use it for the sentiment analysis. And the eighth step is user gives the input. A Flask web interface is set up to allow the user to input their reviews or tests related to the mobile device. The interface provides a user-friendly way to interact with the model. And the ninth step is the given input is pre-processed for prediction. The user input provided through the Flask interface is pre-processed to prepare it for sentiment analysis. This pre-processing step involves the tasks like tokenization, removing the stop word, and converting the test to the numerical representation. And the next step is trained model is used for prediction. The pre-processed user input is fed into the trained model. The model processes the input data and predict the sentiment value, indicating whether the review is positive or negative. And the last one is final outcome is displayed. The prediction results from the model are displayed to the user through the Flask interface. The outcome include the sentiment value as of negative or positive and is displayed and aim to provide the valuable insight for the user reference, helping them to make the informed decision when considering the mobile device purchase or evaluating the product review. The execution of the project. To execute the project, first we need to open the code folder. This is the code folder containing of the various files within it. The static folder containing of various images and the CSS file within it, and the template folder containing of the HTML files within it as of index and result, and the Amazon Unlocked Mobile is an CSV file as a data set that we use it in this project, and the app is an py file contains the information related to the front-end logic. It includes the code written in Python that handle the server-side operations such as processing the user request, interacting with the database, and generating the dynamic content that to be rendered in the HTML template. And the model and count vector are the pickle files which contains the information of the algorithm and loaded into the project code during the runtime to utilize the trained model for the various tasks such as making the prediction on the new data or performing the specific operation. And the notebook is an IPYNB file which contains a combination of the code, graph and output all in one place. It allows the user to write and execute the code in the individual cell, making it a popular choice for the data science. First, we need to execute the project with building of the Flask framework, and the overall code is present in the IPYNB file as combination of the code, graph and output. First, we need to copy this code folder path. And then open the Anaconda prompt. Here first we need to change the location of the disk to F because our code folder is present in F disk. Then write a command cd space and paste this address of the code folder. By this the directory will change to the code folder's path. And then write a command that is python space app.py. By using this command it will execute the Python script and perform the runtime check for any syntax errors or the logical issues, and then click on enter button. After running this app.py file, the framework will host the application locally at the default address like this. We need to copy this local link and paste it on any of the web browser, and I prefer to use the Google Chrome. Here paste this link and then click on enter button. By this, it will redirect it to the page where we can view the review for any of the mobile device. Here, I'm writing a review. I love the phone speaker quality. And then click on predict button to classify the review. By predicting it, use an excellent phone review. By clicking on the back button and the refresh button, we can enter the other detail too. I feel so lucky to have found this user phone online from someone who upgraded and sold this one, and click on the predict button to get the prediction result, and it predicted as of excellent phone review. And then click on back button and the refresh button. Here we can enter the other review as hi 8 the phone specification, phone hang a lot, and then click on predict button. Here it predicted as the poor phone review, and this way we can predict the review of the phone by using various machine learning algorithms. And in conclusion, our mobile review analysis project using a diverse of machine learning algorithms including SVM, Neo-Bayes, decision tree, perceptron, neural network, random forest, KNN and logistic regression has successfully delivered a robust and reliable model for the sentiment analysis. Through evaluation, we demonstrated the model's ability to accurately classify the user review, extract the meaningful pattern, and discern user preference and the domain of the mobile devices. This achievement holds the significant potential in empowering the consumer to make the informed decisions while purchasing the mobile devices, while also providing the manufacturer and the industry stakeholder with valuable insight to improve the product offering and cater to the customer needs efficiently. Our work not only contributes to a more transparent and the customer-centric mobile market, but also sets the stage for further advancement in the machine learning application and the sentiment analysis. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching video. For more projects please visit our website www.trueprojects.in. For updates on latest project videos, please visit True Projects YouTube channel and subscribe.